It's in the game. When you see that field of blue, you know it can be only one place in the world. Boise, Idaho, on the campus of Boise State and home to the fabled giant killers, the Boise State Broncos. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the BYU Cougars taking on the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. From the back. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. This time it's complete. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because
they get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Toss sweep to the left. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Cougars can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They go to the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to pass. It's Bachmeier. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Makes him talk to the hand. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
This offense is going to challenge the defense with their assignment football in the option game, and they're doing it here early in the first quarter. Great job by the quarterback, making all of his reads. Nobody accounting for the pitch guy, so you flip it out to him, and a nice gain offensively here. And this is something the defense now is going to have to contend with for the rest of the game, trying to stop this option attack.
Can't get him to the ground. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And some room to work. He has the first and still on his feet. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
A little too anxious to get started on the outside, and that's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Cougars have it with a first and goal. They want to run it left here. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
On third and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown, BYU! Fitted in the window for the score.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's St. Clair. Release to the back. It's complete on the right side. At the 45, on his way. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got enough for the first. Touchdown, Broncos! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners, and kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Tennessee is on top, but it's not like Peyton Manning or T. Martin are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over Texas A&M. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll try the outside to the left. Turning it on. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Cougars. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he added the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the option. Finding open areas. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on the guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got an open man. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the...
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, BYU! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
What I like about this running back is he can do it different ways. He can hurt you running between the tackles. He's got great vision, but he's also got a lot of speed. And I love the fact that this offense can go option. They can trust the quarterback to make the right decision, pitch it out to him wide, and then you see the speed. There's so many different ways in the running game. This guy can hurt you, and you saw it right there on that long, explosive play.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Let's go! Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
They'll move the wide receiver. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. This time he's got it. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Outstanding athleticism, but not very efficient on the catch. That's a loss of yardage.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete. Because he made the catch, but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
I'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on 3rd down. Got it looking for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
And after having a nice gain like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Here's the give off the left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Gonna run it. It's Isaac. He breaks a tackle. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Really nice first down run. And you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can catch the football. He can block. This guy can do it all.
And the Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Try to get it to the edge. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the big time.
Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cougar! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Great decision by the quarterback, and there's a danger on defense. When you play man coverage against this guy, when you've got DBs and their backs are turned to the QB, if you're not careful, he'll just tuck it and run and take off, and by the time all those DBs and defenders had turned around, it was way too late. He was gone.
Boise State, 7.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So you either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Quarterback moving. Trying to make magic with his feet. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Boise State.
The Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Trying to beat him to the left. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Cougars can really attack on this second and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Quickly to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Looking down the middle. He's got it. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Snapped it in the shotgun. Touchdown, BYU! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Boise State, 7.
And he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Broncos will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is so dangerous. He excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. There he goes. Got the first down and still on his feet. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
On the option. He'll pitch it. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Florida is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Gainesville for some time. They're up by 16 over Texas. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Man, that defensive line has to get off the...
Oh, he's got some space. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards of pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, you got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Lets it go to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any complete.
Got some room in to the goal line, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Broncos!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
46, Boise State, 14.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Makes a move. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Makes the grab. It's Lawrence. At the 35, he's loose. How about this freshman leading them on the chase and making the big play after the catch?
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants...
Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Right back to the well. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, BYU!
BYU.
On to attempt the try.
In the end zone.
And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
BYU 49. Boise State 14.
On the move from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. On the option. He'll toss it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Odd choice to take the penalty there. If you just take the loss, it also costs the offense a down. Instead, they'll replay it.
Okay, ready?
They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
Second down coming up.
Now on second down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who've starred through the first 3 periods. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. To the air, it's St. Clair. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles, well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
They'll give it to him again. Got enough space. Touchdown, Cougars! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Out there ready to give it another spin. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
The give to the tailback. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4. Lining up to convert 3rd down. They'll give it to the back. He couldn't get close to the marker, got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3.
Coming up, 4th down.
No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The Broncos will try to pin them back with the punt. Hauls it in at the 40. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Motion from the wideout. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in They were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
They'll try to get the edge on the left. There he goes. Picks up the first down. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Nebraska is just getting blown off the field right now. I've seen some stinkers in my day. This one smells like a pasture. How's that for descriptive? They're trailing by 15 to Michigan. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Here's the handoff. Got enough for the first. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose at the 20. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a 1st and goal. On the move. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Big fullback's got it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
On the play.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
On the play.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Now on the move. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Gets the back moving. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The 30, the 20. He just sets sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a 2-point return.
I love the effort by the field goal unit. They don't just take the play off. They don't hang their heads. They rush the extra point. Look at that. Get their hand up, get a paw on it, pick it up, and take it all the way back for 2 points and gain some momentum for this defense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Isaac. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.
Waste of time.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. And they'll take a knee. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from it.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.